Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today for another video. So I'm actually so excited to show you how to make all of this. And these are quinoa sushi rolls. So I know you usually make sushi out of rice, but quinoa is actually a really great higher protein substitute to use instead of rice when making sushi. However, you kind of have to know how to cook it properly, especially to get it sticky like this so it all sticks together. But today I'm going to show you how to do that and make these rolls. And really, once you have the basics down and the principles, you can pretty much put anything you want in these rolls. So it's really versatile, and I think you guys will really like this. So let's get started.
So to start out, you're going to want to cook the quinoa. I'm going to use 2 cups of dry quinoa, and that was more than enough to make the amount of rolls that I did, so you might have some left over, which is never a bad thing. And you also want to rinse your quinoa really well. This is going to help it to not only taste better and be less bitter, but also to be more digestible. This is my preferred method. I just kind of put some warm water in the pot, and then I just whisk it really well, and then it kind of bubbles up and the water turns cloudy, and then I just pour that out. And I repeat this process a few times. I usually do it about 3 times. Generally, when you cook quinoa, you want to use a 2-to-1 water to quinoa ratio. However, if you want to make it sticky like we are today, you want to use slightly more water, and you want to cook it for a little bit longer. So I'm using around 4 1/4 cups of water here for 2 cups of quinoa. So to cook the quinoa, you want to bring it to a boil, and then you want to reduce the heat and let it simmer for around 20 to 25 minutes. So while that's cooking, I'm going to make some crispy tofu. So to do that, I'm just going to cut this tofu block into strips. And then I'm going to make a marinade, or a sauce, I guess in this case, because it's not going to marinate for very long. So I've just got a bunch of tahini there, and then some hot sauce and mustard. And that's the only 3 ingredients I'm using for this. You could obviously add a lot more, but I'm just trying to keep it really simple today. So you want to coat the pieces of tofu in that, and then just put them onto a little tray. And we're going to pop that into the oven and just bake that for around 25 to 30 minutes at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Hi, Crystal. So don't forget to check on your quinoa. Make sure that it's not burning or anything. I just turned it down a little bit there. And now we're just going to prepare the vegetables and fruits, I guess, because isn't red pepper a fruit? I think it is. Same with mango. I know mango is. So you want to just cut those into nice thin strips, something that's going to go nicely into a sushi roll. And I'm just getting into the mango here. I found this a really nice and easy way to cut up mango for this kind of application. Just kind of cut it into slices, and then you can just peel the skin off of it like that. And then here I am mandolin slicing the carrots. This is a really nice way to julienne carrots without having to chop it a million times. But you do have to be careful, because as you can see there, it is a little sketchy, and the thing just wants to eat your knuckles. All right, everything's looking pretty good here. So I've just got some green onion. I'm just gonna chop that really, really thin. It's a really nice addition to sushi. You don't have to add a lot of it, but it does taste really good. And let's hope this is a good one. Yes, good avocado. And I think we have everything prepared here. We are looking good, and we're ready to start making some rolls. So at this point, the quinoa should be finished cooking, and you're gonna wanna just mix it up a little bit, give it a stir, and then you wanna put it aside to let it cool. If you try and use it when it's too hot, it's just gonna make the rolls kind of soggy and hard to roll. So if you wanted to, you could do this ahead of time. So here we've got the nori that I'm gonna be using, just this Sea Snacks brand. It says raw on there. I don't really know the difference between the raw and cooked ones, but this is just the one that they have at my store. And you're also going to need one of these. This is a bamboo rolling mat. They're really cheap. You can usually get them at the dollar store, something like that. I've had mine for years. So you want to place it shiny side down, the nori. I always forget that. I have to look it up every time, and you probably will too, but shiny side down, rough side up. So there's the quinoa, kind of cooled a little bit, and it's nice and sticky. And that's the most important part. So you just want to put a couple big scoops onto your nori, and then you just want to try and smooth it out the best you can. You want it to be fairly thin, obviously not paper thin, but pretty much as thin as you can get it, and nice and even. The thicker it is, the thicker the roll is going to be. So you don't want to cover the entire piece of nori. You want to just cover the bottom 2/3 of it or so, maybe 3/4. So just add all the goodies that you want. Here I'm just adding the mango, cucumber, we've got some green onion, some avocado going in there as well, and then a little red pepper too. So it's handy to have a little cup of water on hand when you're rolling like this, because at the end you do need it to help the nori to stick together. So when you're rolling, you really just got to be confident with this and just try your best. You're probably going to mess it up the first few times, but you'll get better with time. And just be confident, believe in yourself. The more you hesitate with this, the worse it's going to be. So that's where the water comes in to help it stick together, kind of like, like an envelope, I guess. And you just want to roll it over onto itself now. Just keeping a nice amount of pressure, even pressure, making sure it all sticks together. You can use the mat to kind of press it all together there at the end. And there we have it. One nice quinoa roll. So when slicing the sushi, you want to have a really sharp, non-serrated knife, and you want to make sure it's nice and clean. Even a wet blade helps to get it through there, and just use a sawing motion like I did there, and a bit of pressure, and just be patient. Hold the roll together with your hands while you're cutting, and it should be no problem. All right, and then I'm just going to plate that one up and move on to making some more rolls. So I'm going to do this one in super hyper speed for you guys. This video is getting long already. But yeah, you just want to make sure, like with the last one, you push that quinoa all the way out to the edges, make sure it's nice and flat, and then just add all the goodies on the inside. So this one's getting that baked tofu. And then I'm going to put a little extra hot sauce in there too. And just like before, be confident, kind of use your fingers to hold some of the stuff inside, and then just match up those two edges of rice. And then using your hand, you can kind of hold the nori and then pull back using your other hand, if that makes sense, to kind of tighten everything up. You don't need it to be like super, super tight. I mean, this is not like a weapon or anything, but you do want it to be tight enough that it all sticks together in the end. So a little water to help it all stick. Roll, roll, roll. And there we have it. Yet another awesome roll. And a lot of the time, I won't even slice it up. I'll just eat it like that, like a big sushi burrito. But for the purpose of the video, to make it look official, to make a good thumbnail, I sliced it up. It also makes a really good finger food like this. So you could bring it to like a barbecue or a family lunch or something like that. And everyone's always happy when sushi makes an appearance at the party. And then once they see that it's quinoa sushi and you have made it yourself, they're gonna be so impressed. You're gonna think you are so cool. So next I'm gonna show you how to make the inside out roll. This is a really difficult roll to make, especially with quinoa, but we're gonna try it. So unfortunately, you do have to use some saran wrap here to cover your sushi rolling mat. If you can think of a better way to do it and a more environmentally friendly way, then please leave it in the comments down below. But I don't do this very often, and you can actually like keep that plastic on the wrap so that you can use it again. Who's texting me? Oh, it's my mom. So I'm actually chopping off some of the nori here because I don't want to use the whole sheet. I find it makes too big of a roll when you do these inside out rolls. So you're going to do the same as you did before. You're just going to cover the entire piece of nori this time. But here is where the trick comes in. You flip it over when you're done covering it. Yes, that's how it's done. And so you can see where the rest of this is going. So once you have it flipped over, you just put everything on the inside like you did before. Get all those little toppings in there. And then you just want to roll it all over itself. So this one is a little bit more tricky to do. And like I said, especially hard with quinoa. But with a little bit of patience, some practice with those easier rolls, and a little bit of self-confidence, I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to get this. So just be extra gentle with it. And voila, there it is. And of course, being delicate, this one's a little bit more difficult to slice, but just do your best and hopefully you get lucky. So I decided to put some mango on here at the end. I actually tried to put the mango on first and then cut through it, but the pressure of the knife going through the mango just squashed everything, so it was not working out, so I decided to do it this way. And there we have the finished plate. So that looks amazing to me, and that is a lot of food. That was a really heavy plate. And imagine how much this would cost you if you were to buy it in stores. Like for these, premium sushi rolls, they're usually like at least $5, and this is quinoa sushi, so I can only imagine it would be quite a bit more than that.
All right, so now we have come to my favorite part of the video where I get to try it. So I think I'm gonna try this one here in the center. It's kind of got everything in there, so I'll get a good taste of it all. So I've just got a little bit of tamari here. I'm just gonna dip it in there a bit. I wanna get the full experience. Gosh, that's good. Wow, it's so good. I'm telling you, like with the crispy tofu and like the sweetness of the mango in there, little hint of that hot sauce, it is so amazing. Oh, that one didn't have any avocado. Okay, I better try another one. Wow, that is so good. So definitely takes a little while to like prepare and cut everything and roll it, but I think it's so worth it, especially if you have some time, Friday or Saturday night or something, you just want to have some fun. It actually is like really fun to make, and obviously more fun to eat. Alright, so I think that's probably it for this video. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I taught you how to make quinoa sushi, alright? So if you do decide to make this, definitely tag me on Instagram at Simnett Nutrition because I love seeing what you guys create. And if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I do appreciate all of you that have already subscribed. I love you all very much. Thank you. And definitely like the video. You guys know it helps me out. It just helps my videos get recommended a little bit more. I will see you guys soon with another video. Leave in the comments down below what's in your favorite sushi roll. I want to know. See you guys soon. I'm gonna tackle this inside out roll here, see if it can stay together. Not bad.